It's Salvaje, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to maximize the Stacatto Shotto and the Pulsar 9000. So these are two top tier shotguns that we have in Fortnite Save the World. And a lot of people are asking, you know, is the Stacatto shotgun the shotgun to run now, or is it the Pulsar 9000? And I actually say both, okay? Both of these shotguns are great, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you guys how I use the both of them on the same loadouts. Talking about the loadouts, let's take a look at it right here. Preemptive Strike, that's the team perk. Why is Preemptive Strike the team perk? Because I want to destroy basic husk as fast as possible, and the extra damage to full health enemies is going to be amazing as well when I'm using the Pulsar 9000. I like to get my Shockwave very quickly. As you guys know, I love Shockwave. It's an amazing ability, and I'm going to have an in-depth video on Shockwave, by the way, in the future, so be on the lookout for that. Survivalist, because I like being at the spawn. I need to regenerate health. Critical Blast, definitely a must. Explosive Rounds, I want to eliminate a lot of basic husk very quickly. Explosive Rounds sometimes destroys shielder husk as well, which is why I like Explosive Rounds. And we also have Battle Beats, which features Breakbeat Wildcat, and she's a fucking monster, dude. Okay, you guys already know what it is. If you guys saw my hero mastery with Breakbeat Wildcat, she's amazing. Gadgets, we're gonna go with Turret and Adrenaline Rush. Okay, listen guys, why am I using Shrapnel Headhunter, which only increases shotgun damage, instead of Buckshot Raptor, which is going to be increasing critical damage? I'm using Shrapnel Headhunter because I just want more consistent damage rather than a lot of critical damage, right? Because one of the, as you guys are seeing in the gameplay in the background, you know, one of the good specialties that this build has is that it's going to do a lot of damage to high priority targets and beefier targets like Husky Husk and all that stuff. But most importantly, when it comes down to the critical damage that the build is able to provide, it's going to be really good. Like, it doesn't really need to be bigger than what it already is. So I'm going to hit, like, for example, a 100k damage shot with a Pulsar 9000 against a Smasher. That's a lot of damage, and I ain't talking about flex tape. Okay? The point is that Buckshot Raptor on the primary slot for me isn't really a priority. So I'm using the Stacatto shotgun at the close ranges, and I'm mostly using the Stacatto shotgun when I'm also sort of lined up against a lot of husk. That's one of the things that I'm going to recommend if you guys want to maximize the Stacatto, because as you guys know, the Stacatto Shotto has piercing rounds, yeah? So that's how I like to use the Stacatto, and for the most part, I also like to use it against takers and against smashers as well. This is a really hard-hitting shotgun. In fact, I was kind of surprised when a subscriber told me that some people think that this shotgun is bad. I don't, maybe they put the wrong perks on it, who knows, right? This thing is great, guys. The reason why we're not using the Pulsar 9000, you know, at the close ranges, and we're using the Stacatto instead, is because, as you guys are going to be seeing pretty soon, I like to use the Pulsar 9000 for when there's like a lot of enemies around, right? The Stacatto is mainly going to be the shotgun that you're going to be using sort of like at the medium ranges, and also at some range to eliminate specific husk, and of course also take care of the beefier targets, like I said. So Husky Husk and Refrigerator Husk, you definitely want to hit him with the Stacatto. Or of course you could also hit the Refrigerator Husk with a Pulsar, which also works if you know how to do it, but that's a little bit more complicated. I'm not going to be talking about abilities in this video because I'm going to leave that for another video that I'm working on. But the point is, use your abilities to the best of their extents. In other words, don't just let your abilities be there when you're using Shrapnel Headhunter. I'll have a video focusing on abilities more. As you guys know, I like to get straight to the point, and this video is about the Stacatto and the Pulsar, okay? Not the build. But anyways, let's talk about the Pulsar now. For the most part, I do like to camp spawns with Shrapnel Headhunter. She has Warcry, she has Shockwave, she has a lot of survivability with those two abilities. So I'm mostly going to be pulling out the Pulsar 9000 when there's going to be a lot of husk around. If there is a blaster that spawns really far away, that's where I'm going to be pulling out the Stacatto Shotto and take out the blaster. But yeah, for the most part, the Pulsar 9000 is going to be your #1 primary weapon of choice when you're sort of being surrounded or when there's a lot of husk in the vicinity. But here's the thing, right? Some of you guys might be wondering, well, the Stacatto is also a really good AoE shotgun. The Pulsar 9000 is useless. I disagree. Because sometimes, you know, the Stacatto, even though it has piercing bullets, you know, the husk have to be lined up. Okay? So the #1 secret that this build brings into the table is that you're using the Pulsar when the husk aren't lined up, right? Or you can't get them all with a couple of Stacatto bullets, because this build also focuses on efficiency, which, as you guys know, I take very, very seriously, right? You're not going to be using a gun just to use it. You want to use your gun in a smart way, yeah? So the point is, Stacatto, as you guys saw earlier in the gameplay, when there's a lot of husks sort of lined up, you know, all of them, you know, behind each other, the Stacatto is great. But sometimes you don't have full control over a specific spawn, and the Pulsar 9000 is great when it comes to that. And that's why I run these two shotguns. Okay, and that's why I made this video and why I recommend that you guys run these two shotguns. But if you had to only run one shotgun, I'd probably say run the Stacatto, guys. It's really, really good, and it doesn't have the limit that the Pulsar 9000 has. So that's pretty much it for this video. Just a really good in-depth combat analysis video on two of my favorite shotguns at the moment. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop it a like and subscribe to join the Salvaje cartel, and be on the lookout for more Save the World content. Peace.